bill is the S-205's tax.
Okay,
High school's tax. What portion of your tax is?
well, 68% of your property taxes go to schools. Is that what you're asking?
I was just asking, if you have a tax bill, what portion of that tax bill is, what percentage?
Well, it was,
16%?
well, there's things that will say 68% of the,
16 or 68?
68.
68.
68% of the, it goes to the schools. And in my letter to the editor, I'm actually still working on it, but I do have a letter to the editor that's going to be published, hopefully. We're going to write about it. It will talk about transparency and why we need to get the checkbook online. I feel it's now we're in a position where the government has taken our money and done what they've done with it. I feel it's our duty to go and ask them, tell us, what do you do with our money? What bills are you paying? What are you paying out? I also heard a couple of you guys talking about Central. I do have the list of the estimated costs, and anyone is feel free to come up here and grab it for me, look at it. In fact, I encourage people to come look at it because they do give you all the estimations. But I don't know who's estimating this. I don't know if they got it from one person, 10 people. It may be accurate, it may not be accurate. This is not my field of expertise, so I would love to have anybody look at this and tell me if they think that these are, done on numbers, or they think that there's somewhere we can look at that. The reason why I'm saying this is because if the referendum does not go through, it was pointed out at the last meeting, that they're going to start making some decisions with Central. And I think that they need to start talking about this because we really don't know how the referendum is going to go. I've talked to many people, and to be honest with you, it's like 50-50. And there's still people that are on the border. The one thing I got to say though is if they're going to say it's not going to raise our taxes, it cannot raise our taxes. We're getting taxed so many places that we're not going to have any kids in the school. Everyone's going to be out. So when you go to vote for this, really consider that. Go to the school board meetings. I invite you, please, go to these school board meetings. Yes, sir.
The referendum. One of the complaints of school referendums is that they pass a building referendum and then they go, oops, we forgot the teachers in the desks.
Okay, on that, they do state that Central's teachers will be going over to the new school, like reassigned, whether that's East or the new school, however they're going to do it. They're stating that that portion of it's not. But what will end up raising taxes is they do want to double the extracurricular activities. Baseball teams, basketball teams, football teams. It's going to be a bigger place. It's going to need to be upkept. I mean, I can't see them not having extra maintenance people there. And they did admit that there are portions of it that will end up increasing your taxes. So to build the school, they're correct. It's not going to raise your taxes. But to add all these extra things in the long run will raise your taxes. On top of the tax, it's going to happen for the expansion that's going in next year.
If the bonds retired, our taxes would go down?
If they retire, you'll see about, for an average of $300,000, they say it will be $250, $260 per household. So yes, your taxes will go down.
If they retire the bonds?
If they retire the bonds. With Central, and I'm going to answer that real quick, they are working with people that have, sold buildings. They are looking to do something with Central. They really don't know what they're going to do with Central yet. I don't think they're planning on tearing it down. I've never heard that they were planning on tearing it down, but there are some options that they are looking for. I know that was kind of a back and forth.
One of those options is it won't be a school anymore.
Yeah. And I must say too, they do say that it's they're having tours where you can go online and look at tours. They're having tours you can go to school. One thing I found quite interesting though is they are saying that there's safety issues of the school, and I'm sure that there are. I haven't taken a tour per se myself, but looking at the list, I'm sure that there are. One being the fire alarm and stuff like that. But the board was responsible all along to make these decisions. So who let the building go? Not you and not me and not you guys, the board did. And so if, I know one of their things is, you're putting the safety of the students in your hand if you don't pass this referendum. Well, where was your concern when you weren't fixing this stuff? And that's something we have to ask them, because I think that's a responsible question. And- Yes.